Last time we talked about how the oil brush, paint tube, and palette knife work together as a really easy way to start a painting. Today I'm going to prove that by doing just a fun, out of my head Western landscape. So let's get to it. This is just for playing. So you can start with yellow, and then you can kind of do some orange, and then you can play with a little more of like a red orange, and we're just going to do a bit of a sunset vibe here. And some red sky sunset. Then we'll get some black here, and we'll put some black down in the foreground. And let's just see what can happen here with this. I'm going to auto clean this, and we're just going to have no loading on, so we can kind of see. Start with our lightest value. And what's cool about this is you kind of pre-paint with all your color, and then all you're doing is you're just making a mess, kind of a sort of organized mess. Use the shift there to modify my brush size so I can mix all at once, do some really big marks. So the direction of your stroke matters, stroke length matters, that kind of stuff. So this is just it's just like the silliest way in a way to paint, but it does have some virtue. Number one, it's a good way to cover an area really quickly. Number two, it forces you to work big. And then number three, it helps you loosen up. It just, just does. You have to look for big shapes, and that's all you get. So I would say this is a fun way to play a little bit when you're just getting started. So here's a nice way to make kind of a silhouetted foreground and palette knife background. And then you can use this pulling down from the yellow pigment into that silhouetted foreground, and you can get a little bit of a nice texture there. And I'm going to show you one more thing. I might actually kind of make this look like we're seeing a mesa here in like the American Southwest, tabletop mountains of New Mexico. So this is not something that I do very much or do for any of my professional work, but I think that it could be a really good way. I might try using it actually as a way for myself to kind of just start a painting, because you get the serendipity of all these interesting big shapes initially, and then you can kind of go from there and modify things. Let's pick this one up a little bit more. And then I wanted to show you what you could do to finish this. It doesn't, you don't have to get stuck with your process. You can play with it a little bit. So let's say you take your oil brush, and I'm gonna take the stiffness up, the thinners kind of down, and then this down quite a bit, and this about here, and then this about here. Make this a little smaller. Let's go square head, and I don't want to paint like rays coming off the sun or anything like that, but I do want to just try to introduce a little bit more mark making in here, just something that gives it a teeny bit of variety. So it's not super bland. And then it would help too if I had a reference image up, but I just kind of am going for it. Take my aspect down so I have a little more of a realistic brush shape. Let's see if we can find of this like almost deeper red up here. And this is just a fun way to explore Artrage without there being a lot of pressure. I'm going to take the auto clean and put it back on, so I kind of get my selected color here. And in this case, I'm using the Alt key to grab color from the image that's already down, so I can kind of match colors that are there. We would paint some like sagebrush or some plants here in the foreground. And how easy is this, right? Just to indicate some vegetation without having to get into the details of actually painting it. Working with silhouettes is a nice way to learn anything, because it keeps the design really simple. And if you wanted to be so bold, you could say, well, and you could get into like painting a horse over here, right? And you would I have to turn my loading up a little bit so I get a little more paint there. But let's just see. I mean, I might be humiliating myself, but I don't do a lot of animal anatomy. But let's see if I can just paint a horse out of my head. Let's see. Probably the worst idea in a demo is to just do something completely out of your head that you aren't planning to do. But I think the good of it is, you know, your students can see experimentation, risk-taking. That's what digital art is all about. So you have to embrace those principles, or else you're kind of a sham, right? Like, the idea is that when we digital paint, we have so many things at our fingertips that are not available to us in traditional. There have been times where in a traditional painting, I'll be so close to done, but I'll need to finish maybe reworking something on the nose, maybe just a little bit wrong. Maybe it's 1/8 of an inch in the wrong spot in a portrait. Well, in that case, I have to repaint the entire nose, both cheeks, and the whole thing, right? Basically. And I'm working into the eyes and stuff too. So, but with digital, you can just select it, move it over, and you're done. So it allows you to take risks. You know, the speed there is just unparalleled. And so here, you know, if I'm like, oh gosh, I want to paint a horse, and I'm like, oh, I can't remember what a horse looks like. Well, clearly the obvious thing to do would be to go and do Google image search and just get a horse picture. But here I'm doing a demo, and I don't want to, you know, say, oh, you know, do like a cooking show style thing where I like abandon the work to go find a reference picture. But that, you know, is probably what I should do. But I think, you know, like I said, embracing the values is important. So here's just like a thing you could do, right? Just one of many things. You could have a coyote howling, or you know, wolf, or but just I'm kind of struggling with that. And then I need to get sitting at an angle. I need to kind of get the horse, the legs underneath the mass of the body there, so it doesn't look like one guy's about to fall over. I can hold the H key, horizontal flip, to kind of see if I have some proportional problems. Sort of okay. And I'm just going to give a little peak of light between the two legs here. And then let's put like maybe like a bedroll on the back and a saddle, and then the pommel, I can't remember what it's called, and then the bridle or whatever, and maybe we'll have like the lead hanging down. Now let's have some of the ranges coming back like that, and there we go. It's kind of like a horse, sort of. Forgive the anatomy, so like probably an inadequate example of that. And then you could say, gosh, I want to go even further. I want to see about putting like a cowboy resting in the foreground here. And what's kind of fun about it, you could even go into layers and add a new layer, so you don't put any of your current painting in jeopardy. You could just, you know, do that no risk thing and just put it on a different layer. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The one downside of putting things on a separate layer, though, is you don't get the benefit of all that natural color mixing, which is what makes Artrage so freaking fantastic. So for my part, I try to paint as much as possible all on the same layer, even if it's a little more risky, just because I like that that natural feel. So here, let's have like a guy resting on his knees, kind of sitting back on his hunches. And so we'll maybe I'm going to pick up a little more of this kind of orangish highlight, sort of to accent maybe a little bit of what we call like rim lighting on the character here, just so that you can kind of get this idea that there's some light hitting some of the fabric of the clothing, and that light is kind of penetrating down into this silhouette of the landscape. And it helps you see a little bit more of the figure, but you don't have to delineate it too much. And then you can also say, gosh, you know, maybe he's like hunched down on a little rock or something, and you get a little bit of light captured by that rock as well, right? So we used, in this painting, we just used that big giant palette knife to knock down the oil tube, and then we're using just the color sampler, which is to hold the Alt key and sample a color, and we're using the oil brush with these settings just to paint this kind of Western Americana scene. And what's fun about this is, I mean, if this were me doing this for real and I was a new artist, I would have a reference picture. I would be looking at a picture. And so how you do that is you have this right here. This is your references, and you just click on this and you can load in any picture you want, and you can color sample from it. But if you, that's a tutorial that we're going to do in the future, and it's coming soon. But for today, I think it would be great is just opening up the software and trying to use that paint tube, putting down some paint with the paint tube, and then using the palette knife to knock it down. And it should be really, really fun. And you can see that's what I did here for this sky. And then I used the oil brush, and look how beautiful that mark making is. With that oil brush, you get some of that nice bristle, some of that nice depth and texture. Looks so good. And then you can use that palette knife to go back in, knock it down, and soften up those edges if you want to. It's all very, very intuitive. So in a painting like this, you know, it's not like a perfect kind of painting or anything, but it's a blast. And I think you guys hopefully give it a try. Try out the interplay between these tools, and just see what you think. I'm obviously a big fan. I'm doing videos of this stuff, but if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll keep an eye on the comments. I'll keep an eye on all of this stuff as we move forward. And this series hopefully goes on for quite a while, and we can kind of get more and more new digital artists involved and start to get some community built up. And it doesn't matter to me what software you're using, but if you have the inkling to try, I think Artrage right now, at least at the time of creating this video, is on sale. And when it's on sale, it's an unbelievable value. I would say it's an unbelievable value no matter what, but when it's on sale, it's a no-brainer. Go get it. I'll have links for all that in the description. I'll have links for my tablet, I'll have links for Artrage, have links to everything. So give it a shot, and hopefully y'all had fun with this video. Thanks so much.